Okay. Good evening, friends. I hope I am visible and audible to all of you. Okay, so as we said, as we yesterday talked about, we'll be discussing the test paper which was there, test 1. So let us talk about these questions. The most challenging part of the paper was the MCQs which were there. The subjective questions, as I told you yesterday also, they were very straightforward. So we didn't want to create complications there. Because initially, as you know, because all of you are starting the preparation, there is lots of inertia when it comes to writing. So there we tried to ensure that you overcome that inertia by giving those straightforward questions. So let us begin without wasting time. So first one, पहले की बात करते हैं. And consider the following statements with reference to climate feedback mechanism. Following statements with reference to the climate feedback mechanism. First, a negative feedback has warming effect, while positive feedback has a cooling effect. Is it, this statement is true or false? पहला वाला statement सही है या गलत है? This is wrong. We have seen before also. So this statement is essentially wrong. We have seen that the negative feedback is one where what will happen? It will have a cooling effect, while the positive feedback is the one which will have warming effect. Second statement देखते हैं. Climate forcings are the result of such feedback mechanisms, which is contribution of both natural and man-made phenomena. Such feedback mechanisms. What about this statement? Second statement क्या होना चाहिए? It is saying climate forcings are the result of such feedback mechanisms, which is contribution of both natural and man-made phenomena. देखो, this is a very complicated statement actually, and in this complicated statement, what is the creating this complication is climate forcings are result of such feedback mechanisms. ठीक है, तो ये कह क्या रहा है? It is simply saying that there is feedback mechanism which is resulting into climate forcings. Can I say, अगर मैं statement को decodify करूं तो कुछ कुछ, this is what it is talking about, which in turn is contribution of both natural and man-made phenomena. In fact, I can say here natural and man-made phenomena. ठीक है, so something like that. Yes or no? So there are some natural and man-made phenomena which are providing some feedback mechanisms which are ultimately leading to climate forcings. कुछ this is the statement which is saying. Now if I actually look into what I essentially mean by climate forcings, so लिखते हैं इसको थोड़ा सा. Let us even write this little bit. So what is essentially a climate forcing? ठीक है, so climate forcing is, it is a physical process. It is a physical process of affecting the climate. Of affecting the climate on the earth. Climate on the earth through number of forcing factors. Number of forcing factors. ठीक है. So what is essentially these factors are specifically known as forcings. इन्हीं factors को what we are calling them as, they are referred to as the forcings. Why? Because they lead to climate change. They are leading to climate change. And a very important thing is here, important note is that these factors are considered to be existing outside the existing climate system. To be existing outside the climate system. ठीक है. सो क्लाइमेट सिस्टम में अगर हम जाएं तो व्हाट इज एसेंशियली द क्लाइमेट सिस्टम. द क्लाइमेट सिस्टम इंक्लूड्स योर एटमॉस्फेयर. हमने देखा है इसको. इट इंक्लूड्स योर एटमॉस्फेयर, इट इंक्लूड्स योर हाइड्रोस्फीयर, इट इंक्लूड्स योर लैंड सरफेस, it includes your cryosphere, and it also includes your biosphere. So all these are essentially what they are part of the climate system. That means these forcing factors or the forcings are the ones which are existing outside these systems. So अगर हम इन factors की बात करें और forcings की बात करें तो what we are saying, they are external factors. Like for example, they can be considered as variation in solar energy. Number of reasons can be there. Like for example, reasons can be the sunspot activities can be there. Other can be the distance, if it is changing between earth and sun because of the Milankovitch cycles. ठीक है. So number of them can be there. Other factors can also be there, like for example the transparency of Earth's atmosphere. So which can be related with, like for example, the volcanic eruption से related हो सकता है, और it can also be related with human activity. Human is considered as outside this climate system. ठीक है, in the traditional school of thought. Then there can be other factors like the case of changing albedo. Albedo हो सकता है. Like for example, you take the case of continental drift. कॉन्टिनेंटल ड्रिफ्ट. सो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड, सपोज ये अर्थ है, इफ कॉन्टिनेंट इज लोकेटेड हियर और द कॉन्टिनेंट इज लोकेटेड हियर, ए एंड बी, ठीक है, इन विच ऑफ द केस देयर वुड बी ग्रेटर एल्बिडो. We have seen continent's albedo is greater than that of water, sea. Greater albedo, overall earth का albedo would become greater in case of B system. A में नहीं होगा. A में तो already this is the area, it is located near pole. So it is already receiving what? It is already receiving less insolation, this area. ये ट्रॉपिक्स में देर इज मोर इंसुलेशन रिसीव्ड इन द ट्रॉपिक. बिफोर व्हेन देर वाज नो कॉन्टिनेंट इन द ट्रॉपिक्स, व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग, देर वाज मोर सनलाइट बीइंग एब्जॉर्ब्ड. अगर सपोज करो ट्रॉपिक्स में कोई कॉन्टिनेंट ही नहीं है, वी हैव सीन दैट ओशंस आर मोर इफेक्टिव एब्जॉर्बर्स, देयर एल्बिडो इज लोअर. ठीक है, सो वहां पर अगर इफ देयर इज कॉन्टिनेंट कमिंग, then what will happen with the overall albedo of the tropics? It would increase. ठीक है, so continental drift is outside the climate system. So it can be one of the factor. Other factors can be like the changing greenhouse gases, like for example they can be even, if you talk about natural, and they can also be anthropogenic. ठीक है, क्वालिटी ऑफ वीडियो, इज इट बैड फॉर एवरीवन? फटाफट बताओ मुझे. ओके, दैट मीन्स 2 people who are saying please check your internet connection. Okay, so that is basically this is what we mean by forcing. So समझ में आया what is forcing? Have you understood now what is forcing? So going by this definition, can I say it should be more like natural and anthropogenic factors are causing forcings, and these forcings are leading to variety of feedback mechanisms. और इसको हम ऐसे बना सकते हैं जिस तरह से हमने क्लास में देखा है. वी हैव सीन दिस, दीज फोर्सिंग आर लीडिंग टू क्लाइमेट चेंज, विच इज इन टर्न लीडिंग टू फीडबैक mechanism, which in turn is further leading to climate change. और इसको हम इस तरह भी कर सकते हैं, which is affecting the forcing factor and it is like this. Can I say this chart or this flow chart which I have drawn, does it sounds more logical than the first simplified one जो हमने यहां पर बनाया था? Tell me. Yes or no? यहां पर बहुत सिंप्लीफाइड था, नेचुरल एंड मैनमेड फिनोमिना, फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म्स एंड क्लाइमेट फोर्सिंग, ऐसा ही दिख रहा था उसमें. एंड हियर वी आर कमिंग टू मोर बेटर एक्सप्लेनेशन of this phenomena. There are natural and anthropogenic factors which are outside the climate systems. These are causing the forcings, and these forcings in turn lead to climate change, which in turn generate the feedback mechanism, which in turn can accelerate or deaccelerate the forcing effect. Yes or no? Tell me. ठीक है, that is why again I said many of these statements are very blurry and it would ultimately depend upon the person who has framed that statement. So अगर हम केवल इतने पे ही जाएं, if we just look into this, in a way feedback mechanism is leading to forcing which is leading to climate change. वो जो फर्स्ट वाला है वो यहां पर भी है, ठीक है. सो क्लाइमेट फोर्सिंग्स आर रिजल्ट ऑफ सच फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म्स विच इज कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ बोथ नेचुरल एंड मैन मेड फिनोमिना. आई वुड कंसिडर दिस स्टेटमेंट ऑल्सो एज रॉन्ग. सो फॉर मी द आंसर शुड बी डी. ठीक है, ऑल्दो सम अदर पर्सन मे इंटरप्रेट इट एज करेक्ट इफ ही जस्ट लुक्स इट्स फ्रॉम नैरो पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. इसमें एक और फंडामेंटल मिस्टेक मिल रहा है मुझे इस स्टेटमेंट में. एंड व्हाट इज दिस फंडामेंटल मिस्टेक? इट इज सेइंग क्लाइमेट फोर्सिंग्स आर रिजल्ट ऑफ सच फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म्स which is contribution of both natural and man-made phenomena. It is saying feedback mechanisms are contribution of natural and man-made phenomena. It is too much simplifying what actually exists. I hope you get it now. Yes or no? थिंक एंड यू विल गेट इट वॉट आई सेड. जो मैंने अभी लूप बनाया है वो लूप दोनों याद रखो. रीड द स्टेटमेंट विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द लूप एंड यू विल अंडरस्टैंड वॉट आई एम सेइंग हियर. ओके, एक बार फिर से बताता हूं. वॉट दिस स्टेटमेंट इज सेइंग, क्लाइमेट फोर्सिंग्स आर रिजल्ट ऑफ सच फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म्स. जो हमने यहां पर फर्स्ट सिंपली एक्सप्लेन किया. We explained this that climate forcing is what? It is result of feedback mechanism which in turn is generated by natural and man-made phenomena. ठीक है, this is what, अगर मैं उसको equation के फॉर्म में दिखाऊं तो this statement can be summed up in this form of equation. This is what it is saying. ठीक है, but if we look into what is actually meaning of the term climate forcing, जो हमने देखा, these are physical processes of which affect the climate on the earth through number of forcing factors. So these factors are referred to as forcing because they lead to climate change. They force climate change. These factors are considered to be existing outside the climate system. और climate system में ये सारी चीजें आती हैं, ठीक है, which is existing system. Then forcings are external factors which are not included as a part of present climate system. ठीक है, so ये factors हमने देखे. On the basis of that, what we ultimately drew another equation where we are saying natural and anthropogenic factors which are external factors. यहां पर मैं external भी लिख सकता हूं, are actually forcings. These are leading to forcings because they are causing the climate change. ठीक है, and these climate change, याद है हमने देखा था when we were talking about the impact of increasing greenhouse gas emission on the heat budget of the earth. याद है हमने इस क्वेश्चन को किया था. Do you remember that? And while we were doing that question, did we saw first thing was what? That greenhouse gas was increasing the capacity to absorb. That means the increasing greenhouse gas was causing the forcing phenomena. ठीक है, and this forcing ultimately was leading to what? It was leading to climate change, that is warming. Now this warming was having टू टाइप ऑफ फीडबैक्स, पॉजिटिव फीडबैक्स एंड नेगेटिव फीडबैक्स. याद है हमने देखा था. एंड देन वी सॉ दैट हाउ पॉजिटिव फीडबैक्स वुड लीड टू मोर फोर्सिंग और दे वुड रिड्यूस द फोर्सिंग. ठीक है, डू यू रिमेंबर नाउ? सो दिस इज मोर करेक्ट. And if we look from this perspective, this equation perspective, that statement is too much simplified. That statement is saying that feedback mechanism is result of these external factors. ठीक है, in a way, indirectly it is result of those external factors, but वो directly result नहीं है. ठीक है, that statement is saying that feedback mechanism is the cause of forcing, but we see that forcing in fact causes feedback mechanism, which in turn can affect the level of forcing. ठीक है, so मेरे हिसाब से if you take my wisdom, because it is very subjective statement, so if you take my wisdom, I would say that the statement is wrong. ठीक है, otherwise as I said, some people can even take it to be true. अभी देखेंगे कुछ यूपीएससी वाले क्वेश्चन भी इसी तरह के आए थे, and I'll show you how much subjectivity there is. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 पर आते हैं. एंड इफ यू टॉक अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन, एंड दिस क्वेश्चन इज सेइंग दैट ओक्जोकुल ग्लेशियर, द फर्स्ट ग्लेशियर लॉस्ट टू क्लाइमेट चेंज, लाइज इन विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कंट्रीज. सो इसका क्या होगा आंसर? 2 का सी होगा. सो यू नो दैट वहां पर एक शील्ड ग्लेशियर था, एंड ओवर दैट शील्ड volcano, over that this glacier was located, and this is one of the first glacier to have been fully lost. ठीक है, so इसका आंसर स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है आइसलैंड. ना देखो, prelims when you are preparing, there would be number of such type of questions which can come, which are contemporary, which are in news, so they can be there. अब इसके रेलेवेंस, इस स्टेटमेंट का रेलेवेंस फॉर मी इज टू टाइप, डायरेक्ट, इनडायरेक्ट. One, if it is coming directly in the exam, it is okay. If it is not coming, then also you tell me, do I have got an example? Have I got an example ultimately to cite a contemporary example, essentially to cite the effect of global warming? Tell me. Yes? ठीक है, सो जो प्रीलिम्स के टेस्ट होते हैं, ऑब्जेक्टिव टेस्ट, व्हाट हाउ यू शुड बी टेकिंग दोज ऑब्जेक्टिव टेस्ट इज दे आर लाइक नॉलेज पॉइंट्स. ठीक है, सो उसमें एक क्वेश्चन में देयर वुड बी 4, सपोज ऑप्शंस आर देयर, 3 ऑप्शंस आर देयर, सो आई एम गेटिंग 3 नॉलेज पॉइंट्स और 4 नॉलेज पॉइंट्स. आई जस्ट हैव टू डू व्हाट? आई हैव टू स्टडी देम, आई हैव टू नो अबाउट देम, I have to get those wisdoms and knowledge. ठीक है, then which of the following are the causes of climate change? Causes of climate change. So 3 का क्या होना चाहिए? Increase in the sunspot activities. Yes, this is one of the reasons, we know very well. Actually ये वाला टॉपिक अभी हमने किया नहीं था. Climate change is still to be done in our class, but still it is something which you should be knowing. So increase in sunspot activity, we know that during the sunspot activity, it is believed that the total energy coming from the sun increases. ठीक है, these are dark spots which appear on the sun surface. So dark spots which appear on the sun surface, this essentially means what? It essentially means that sun is probably shining more brightly, due to which those areas which are little bit cooler, they appear dark. That means, so they are appearing dark, they are called as sunspots. ठीक है, so that is essentially the situation. That means scientists, देखो इसमें बहुत confusion था initially, that whether sunspot is leading to lowering of radiations or increase in radiations, but now there is a kind of consensus that it leads to increase in the total incoming radiations from the sun. ठीक है, so it would cause climate change, ये सही है. साइक्लिकल चेंजेस इन, ये एक्चुअली अर्थ्स, यहाँ पे अपोस्ट्रोफी ऐसे, ये क्वेश्चन मार्क नहीं है, इट शुड बी अपोस्ट्रोफी एस. सो अर्थ्स ऑर्बिट एंड टिल्ट, so Earth's orbit and tilt, we'll later talk about the Milankovitch cycle. It is related with the explanations given by Milankovitch. So Milankovitch cycle, where he talks about how changes in the orbit of revolution of the earth can, three type of examples, three type of factors he give which would change the distance between earth and sun. One is related with the orbital change, second is related with the tilt of earth's rotational axis, and third, if you talk about, is related with the precession, which is the wobbling of the earth. ठीक है, so second one is also correct. Volcanism, again it is correct. Volcanism can lead to what? Volcanism can lead to change in the transparency of the atmosphere. ठीक है, so we'll see that particularly when several aerosols can be formed as a result of volcanic activity. बाद में समझाऊंगा that common perception is that volcanism would lead to change in the climate change because of the volcanic dust which is released into the atmosphere. But actually we know that the volcanic dust stay time in the atmosphere is quite low. So it doesn't has that much potential to cause climate change. But several gases which are actually released into the atmosphere, these gases, particularly the sulfur related gases, they can ultimately lead to what? Formation of several aerosols. And these aerosols would ultimately affect the transparency of the atmosphere. ठीक है, तो हम देखेंगे उसको बाद में when we'll talk about the climate change. So volcanism, इसमें answer is essentially D. So there was no, it was very easy. Question number 3 was quite easy. Question number 4, which of the following are evidences for deciphering the past climate changes? Annual ring of the trees, ये मैंने अभी last class में ही बताया था when we were talking about that geological time scale. Do you remember? So ये सही होना चाहिए. Cave deposits, again cave deposit is also one of the factors which we use. Basically होता क्या है? Cave deposits are essentially the speleotherms which are formed. So हम बाद में बात करेंगे karst landforms. So karst landforms में you might have seen वो cartoon में those caves which are there from swords like features are hanging. There is on the floor, there is this like feature. So these ones which are hanging from the roof, these are referred to as the stalactites, and these are referred to as the stalagmites. ठीक है, so stalactites and stalagmites, in fact when they join each other they are referred to as the cave pillars. So you might have seen that these type of features in Vaishno Devi, अगर गए होगे तो देखा होगा. So again, these are basically formed when water seeps through and gets evaporated, leaving behind the calcium carbonate. ठीक है, many parts of India, not only that, many parts of India. So में मिलता है, जैसे छत्तीसगढ़, wherever limestone terrain is there and there is sufficient rainfall, there would be formation of these type of terrains. Okay, so if you talk about, so what happens? The water, as water on the surface, from the surface seeps through when this rain is falling through, ठीक है, and it falls on the surface, it seeps through the underground, it ultimately here drops, and these water drops evaporate, leaving behind the calcium carbonate. On the surface also, as they fall, they can evaporate again and leaving behind the calcium carbonate. Now you can understand, when this water is falling through, can I say it is falling through the atmosphere? याद है? This water is falling through the atmosphere. And if this water is falling through the atmosphere, will it absorb the many of the absorbable components of the atmosphere, like हमने देखा very readily absorbed component is carbon dioxide. Have we seen that? So again it would absorb that carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Other features can also be absorbed when it is falling over the plants, on the surface, on the soil. It can absorb other chemicals which are also present. Many of these chemicals can be actually logged in this water. ठीक है, and as this water evaporates, ultimately what will happen, these evaporites which are deposited here, the calcium carbonate, in them these would be also, these chemicals can be logged. And if we study these speleotherms, these are together, they are referred to as the speleotherms. So if we study these speleotherms, we can know about the past climatic conditions. ठीक है, so second one is also true. Lacustrine deposits, again it is true. देखो lacustrine deposits क्या होते हैं? Lacustrine deposits are lake deposits. ठीक है, so suppose lake is there. Now tell me, there can be two situations when water is present and this water evaporates. Lake is something which is surrounded, which is enclosed. ठीक है, so here what will happen, the concentration of the salts which are present in this lake, it would increase with time, or the components which are dissolved, it would increase with time if there is less inflow of water. Thus what will happen, the water as it evaporates, it would get concentrated and it would leave behind evaporites. ठीक है, so these evaporites would be deposited on the beds of this lake. ठीक है, so the rate of these evaporites and the type of the evaporites which are deposited, it will tell us a lot about the climate of that period. ठीक है, so again lacustrine deposits is also true. So here fourth का D again हो जाएगा. What would be the fifth one? It is very straightforward, इसका आंसर है. So it is saying Paris Climate Agreement aims is to eliminate greenhouse gas emissions so that the rise in average temperature by the end of century does not exceeds 2 degrees Celsius or even 1.5 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial level. We know all that this is true. This was the main aim. इस पे एक रिपोर्ट भी आया था 1.5 degree Celsius, and where it compared if the temperature is 1.5 degree Celsius, what would be the impact with when the temperature increases by 2 degrees Celsius, how much manifold the impact would be there. So this report was given by the IPCC. ठीक है, so that is the first one. Second, the agreement will enter into force from 2022. It is essentially wrong. So if you know that it was 2016 itself, it came into force because there was a provision that if around 55 countries which account for 55% of the total global emissions, they ratify the agreement, then what will happen? It would come into force. So this essentially is what? It is wrong. ठीक है, so 2016 में ही वो enforce हो गया था. Then it was formulated within the framework of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So it is again, this one is true. So it is asking which of the following statements are correct, पूछ रहा है यहाँ पर. So we know it is 1 and 3. So answer would be B. ठीक है. So if you talk about next question पे आते हैं. Which of the following is the correct sequence of increasing global warming potential? इसका आंसर इज सी. देखो, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग पोटेंशियल की अगर हम बात करें तो ग्लोबल वार्मिंग पोटेंशियल इज एसेंशियली व्हाट? global warming potential is the capacity essentially of the components of the atmosphere, mainly the gases, of their warming potential with respect to carbon dioxide. ठीक है, so carbon dioxide warming potential is 1, and what is the potential of other gases with respect to that? If we talk about global warming potential, so global warming potential is function of number of factors. One very important factor is the absorption capacity of the gas, given gas. ठीक है, so absorption capacity in terms of particularly the infrared radiations. So what is their capacity with respect to that? Then if you talk about other global warming potential, why infrared radiation? Because we have already seen much of the terrestrial radiation is coming in the form of what? Infrared radiations. Then another, हमने याद है, हमने इंसोलेशन में देखा था, the spectral location was very important. Spectral location, that means where it is located with respect to the absorbing wavelength. याद है हमने देखा था. So that is another factor, and the third factor is the residence time of the gas in atmosphere. So ये 3 factors होते हैं, and I'll give you a detailed description of this in the, इसका एक solution भी देंगे तुमको. ठीक है, so solution देखते हैं, कल मॉर्निंग तक उसको अपलोड कर देंगे solution को. So उसमें वो सारा सीक्वेंस लिखा होगा. The answer for that is C. आंसर फॉर दैट इज सी. वाटर वेपर का जो होगा, सीक्वेंस में देखना पड़ेगा यार, वाटर वेपर का कितना है. वाटर वेपर का कंपैरेटिवली जो रेसिडेंस टाइम होता है, इट इज लेस. एक्चुअली द ग्लोबल वार्मिंग पोटेंशियल वी सी इन टर्म्स ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स, इट इज ग्रेटर देन CO2, नो डाउट. ठीक है, बट वी ऑल्सो सी इन टर्म्स ऑफ नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं 20 ईयर्स के टर्म्स में देखूं, तो विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू CO2 इट विल बी मच हायर. बट इफ आई सपोज इंक्रीज, उसको टाइम पीरियड को बढ़ा दूं, 100 ईयर्स कर दूं, 500 ईयर्स कर दूं, देन इट वुड बी लिटिल बिट रिड्यूसिंग, वो काफी कम हो जाएगा. बट इट वुड बी ग्रेटर देन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. ठीक है, आई होप इट इज क्लियर. फैक्टर्स को याद रखो, इट वुड बी बिकमिंग क्लियर टू यू. फैक्टर्स आर द की. ठीक है, देन विच एमंग द फॉलोइंग रिसेंटली बिकेम द फर्स्ट नेशन टू डिक्लेयर क्लाइमेट इमरजेंसी? इसका आंसर सी है. यूके वॉज द फर्स्ट नेशन टू डिक्लेयर क्लाइमेट इमरजेंसी. अगेन देखो, ये एक एग्जाम्पल है which you can use otherwise if it is not directly asked. You know, इसमें important था nation. ठीक है, so you know, even before UK there were some local governments also which declared this climate emergency. ठीक है, but the question is specifically talking about the nation. So again, from that perspective the answer should be C. Now if we talk about this climate emergency, you know, climate emergency declaration is being done by number of local governments, number of regional governments, number of the national governments are now doing that to ultimately show that how much emergency we have reached in terms of the climate change which is going to take place, how much emergency situation this is. And the next step is basically what? To ultimately declare the steps that they would be taking to deal with this climate emergency, which the climate change which they are perceiving as a climate emergency. ठीक है, so again that is, इसका आंसर C होगा. We can, at several places in our answers also, we can talk about that the situation of climate change is such that even some countries have to declare climate emergency. So like that you can talk about. ठीक है. 8th का, इट इज़ वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. इसके लिए तुम्हें इंडिया का INDC पढ़ना पड़ेगा. इट इज ऑल ऑफ देम. सो इंडिया में इट इज टू रिड्यूस द एमिशन इंटेंसिटी अबाउट, थर्ड लिखा हुआ है, सो इट इज 33 से 35% है, उसमें पढ़ोगे तो बाय 2030. सो अगेन इट इज करेक्ट. अ टोटल ऑफ 40% ऑफ द इंस्टॉल्ड capacity for electricity will be from non-fossil fuels by 2030. Again it is correct. To create additional carbon sink. ठीक है, उसमें नंबर्स दिए हुए हैं, सो दैट नंबर्स यू कैन लुक इनटू. जो मटेरियल मिलेगा उसमें लिखा होगा. सो इसके तीनों सही हैं. द आंसर वुड बी डी. यस, 3 बिलियन है, करेक्ट. Which of the following factors is not associated with insolation at the surface of the earth? Keyword here is not associated. क्या होगा इसका आंसर? It is A. The answer of this question would be A. We have talked about this in the class. Some of you are saying D. How can you say that? इसको मैंने स्पेसिफिकली समझाया था, एक पूरा क्लास लिया था मैंने इसके लिए, तुम लोगों के लिए. Did I not talk about that rotation doesn't affects the amount of insolation received at the earth's surface? Didn't I talk about that? Here it is saying rotation of earth on its axis. अगर यहां पर यह लिखा होता, इफ इट वॉज रिटन हियर दैट द टिल्ट ऑफ द अर्थ्स रोटेशनल एक्सिस, ठीक है, देन द आंसर वुड हैव बीन डी. डू यू गेट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग हियर? इट इज नॉट रिटन टिल्ट ऑफ द अर्थ्स रोटेशनल एक्सिस, इट इज सेइंग रोटेशन ऑफ द अर्थ. ये मैंने स्पेसिफिकली क्लास में बताया था तुम लोगों को. ठीक है. देन विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कंडीशंस आर कंड्यूसिव फॉर द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन्स? सो विच आर द फॉलोइंग? लार्ज एंड कॉन्टिन्यूअस सप्लाई ऑफ वार्म एंड मॉइस्ट एयर. yes, it is true. Large value of Coriolis force. yes, it is true. होना चाहिए, बिल्कुल करेक्ट. हमने इसको बहुत डिटेल में देखा है. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट इनफ्लो ऑफ एयर एट अपर लेवल ऑफ द एटमॉस्फेयर, अगेन इट इज ट्रू बिकॉज इट वुड हेल्प द एयर टू अल्टीमेटली spread and it would remove the air. So it would provide the avenue for the air to rise at faster rate. ठीक है, इनफ्लो लिखा हुआ है क्या? एक मिनट. इट इज रॉन्ग, इनफ्लो लिखा हुआ है, सॉरी. इट इज, इट वुड बी ए. ये डी नहीं होगा, इट इज ए. ठीक है, ये आउटफ्लो नहीं है, इट इज इनफ्लो. सॉरी, आई वाज जस्ट सीइंग इट एज आउटफ्लो. इसका आंसर होगा ए. वी हैव ऑलरेडी सीन डाइवर्जेंस शुड बी प्रेजेंट in the upper atmosphere, so that is what it is written here. उसका उल्टा लिखा हुआ है, inflow is convergence. So this one is essentially wrong. So इसका आंसर हो जाएगा 1 and 2 only. ठीक है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 पर आते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 is again polar vortex is a large area of low pressure and cold air surrounding the Earth's north and south poles. First statement is correct. Polar vortex Even often during winter in the northern hemisphere, the polar vortex will become less stable and expand, sending cold Arctic air southward into US with the jet stream. Again, we have seen that. इसको भी देखा है हमने. Third, polar vortex phenomena emerged only after rapid industrialization occurred in the last century, leading to high greenhouse effect. This is essentially wrong. It is not so. It is a natural phenomena which has been existing for very long period of time, or since we know the atmosphere has been present. So again, it is not related with industrialization. It can be affected by the industrialization, the global warming, but it is wrong to say that it emerged with rapid industrialization. So ये गलत हो जाएगा. Answer would ultimately become A. क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 पर आते हैं. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट, और इसमें अनलाइक द सडन बर्स्ट ऑफ मॉनसून, द रिट्रीट ऑफ मॉनसून इज ग्रेजुअल. करेक्ट, ये सही है. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट ड्यूरिंग द रिट्रीट ऑफ मॉनसून, साइक्लोनिक स्टॉर्म्स डेवलप इन बे ऑफ बंगाल. ठीक है, दे आर डेवलपिंग इन बे ऑफ बंगाल विच मूव फ्रॉम नॉर्थ ईस्ट टू साउथ वेस्ट. तो इसका आंसर क्या होगा? दिस सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट को मैं थोड़ा सा समझाता हूं. विल सी व्हेन विल टॉक अबाउट द साइक्लोन्स. उसमें भी बताया होगा मैंने, साइक्लोन वाला जो लेक्चर था. सो डिड वी सॉ दैट one important factor which leads to formation of cyclones is the presence of ITCZ over oceans away from the equator, because when it is present away from the equator, it will generate the necessary Coriolis force. ठीक है, it would be generating the necessary, or it would have the necessary Coriolis force, and ITCZ itself is a low pressure area. So the situation of formation of cyclones would be higher. So if you talk about India, and suppose here we are talking about, this is suppose the ITCZ. We are talking about the retreating monsoon season, and in the retreating monsoon season, very frequently it can happen that here suppose, or here, these cyclones can be formed, and on this side there is which winds? There is northeast trade, or what we call it as the monsoon winds, northeast monsoon winds, and south of it is, there is still presence of the southwest monsoon winds. ठीक है. सो यू टेल मी, कैन आई से कि इस समय अगर यहां पर देयर इज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ साइक्लोन्स ड्यूरिंग दिस पीरियड, दे कैन बी फ्रीक्वेंटली कैरिड बाय दिस नॉर्थ ईस्ट मॉनसून विंड्स? यस और नो? कैन दे बी वेरी फ्रीक्वेंटली कैरिड बाय दिस नॉर्थ ईस्ट मॉनसून विंड्स? दे कैन बी वेरी फ्रीक्वेंटली कैरिड बाय दिस नॉर्थ ईस्ट मॉनसून विंड्स. ठीक है. सो इट इज सेइंग दैट which develop in Bay of Bengal, which move from northeast to southwest. So this statement is what? It is correct. It is a very frequent phenomena which is happening during the retreat of the monsoon season, and we will find that ultimately retreating monsoon हम बाद में देखेंगे. इनफैक्ट मैंने शायद उसमें बताया भी है साइक्लोन वाले टॉपिक में, that retreating monsoon is the period इन इंडिया में ट्विन पीक्स मिलते हैं साइक्लोन के, एंड द प्राइमरी पीक इज फाउंड इन द रिट्रीटिंग मॉनसून पीरियड, while the secondary peak is essentially found in the early summer period, particularly April and May months. ठीक है. So again this statement is correct. So इसका आंसर हो जाएगा 12 का C. क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 पर आते हैं. What could be the main reasons or reasons for formation of अफ्रीकन एंड यूरेशियन डेजर्ट बेल्ट. सो इसका क्या होगा? इट इज लोकेटेड इन द सब ट्रॉपिकल हाई प्रेशर सेल्स. It is correct. Presence of subtropical high pressure cell is very dominant factor. हमने ऑलरेडी देखा है. We categorized, याद है हमने डेजर्ट्स के फॉर्मेशन में we categorized the factors into 4 according to the preference. सीक्वेंस में हमने आइडेंटिफाई किया है. फर्स्ट इन द सीक्वेंस इज द ऑफ शोर ट्रेड विंड्स. अगर एग्जाम में प्रेफर करना होता है, सारे ऑप्शन सही दिए हैं, ठीक है, एंड आई हैव टू चूज ओनली वन. फर्स्ट आई विल चूज इज ऑफशोर ट्रेड विंड्स. सेकेंड इज द प्रेजेंस ऑफ सब ट्रॉपिकल हाई प्रेशर. देन ऑल अदर फैक्टर्स वुड बी देयर, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल द प्रेजेंस ऑफ कोल्ड करेंट्स, एंड देन देयर कैन बी अदर फैक्टर्स can be there, like one other factor can be the desert soil. ठीक है. सो हियर ये वाला ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है, उसमें से मुझे बस चूज करना है कि इट इज करेक्ट और नो. सो इट इज करेक्ट. देन इट इज अंडर इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ वार्म ओशन करेंट्स. इट इज एसेंशियली रॉन्ग. वार्म ओशन करेंट्स वुड हैव व्हाट? मोर ह्यूमिड इम्पैक्ट rather than desiccating impact. So second वाला wrong है. The answer would become A. It is very easy. This question is quite easy. ठीक है. So next पर आते हैं. This is one of the questions which have been asked by UPSC in 2012. Which of the following is the characteristic climate of tropical savanna region? It was also very easy question. Rainfall throughout the year बिल्कुल गलत है. We know that rainfall is concentrated in early summer. 4 months of early summer. Rainfall in winter only. Again, only Mediterranean climate is the climate which has this type of feature. An extremely short dry season. We know very well dry season is long here. So this is also correct. A definite dry and wet season. This is the most descriptive one, which describes the characteristic. It has definite dry and wet season. Wet season is essentially the 4 early summer months. Monsoon और savanna में difference क्या है? Savanna, the 4 months of rainfall are late summer months. In monsoon, sorry. In savanna, these are early summer months. ठीक है? Particularly in savanna, what happens? We find that the other months are comparatively more dry than in case of monsoon. Okay. Then climate is extreme, rainfall is scanty, and the people used to be nomadic herders. So climate is extreme, rainfall is scanty, and the people used to be nomadic herders. ठीक है. So the above statement best describes which of the following regions. अफ्रीकन सवाना को अगर कंपेयर करूं, क्लाइमेट इज एक्सट्रीम, रेनफॉल इज कैंटी. ये फिट नहीं हो रहा बिकॉज सवाना इज एन एरिया वेयर देयर इज लिटिल एक्सट्रीम ऑफ क्लाइमेट, बट रेनफॉल वी कैनॉट से दैट इट इज कैंटी. सो ये ऑप्शन गलत हो जाता है. North American prairie, if you talk about, we know North American prairie is an area which receives actually sufficient rainfall. ठीक है. तो we'll see that. In fact, prairie and steppe में this is the difference. Steppe is located in Eurasia, which has greater continentality. ठीक है. So prairie is not so much extreme. अब बचता है सेंट्रल एशियन स्टेपी जो मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा लग रहा है. It should be there, and Siberian tundra. Siberian tundra. I would go for Central Asian steppe because देखो climate is extreme both the cases में हो रहा है, rainfall is scanty both the cases में हो रहा है. Nomadic herders यहाँ पर question mark आ रहा है. Question is saying people used to be nomadic herders. We see that in the Siberian tundra situation is now changing. but it has not fully changed. There are still nomadic herders which are found, the tribes. But in Central Asian steppe, there is now almost complete transformation which has occurred. Hardly there is any nomadic herders to be now found. Most of the people are basically what? Central Asian republics, they were under influence of Russia. There is so much of European culture penetration here, and so much changes have taken place that the culture, you cannot understand how much it has changed. ठीक है. सो द आंसर इज बी. इसका आंसर, ये प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन है, यूपीएससी ने भी इसको बी ही दिया था. द मोस्ट अप्रोप्रिएट आंसर सीम्स टू बी बी. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द क्लाइमेटिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ इक्वेटोरियल बेल्ट. पहला, इट इज वेरी करेक्ट. इट इज यूनिफॉर्मिटी ऑफ टेम्परेचर थ्रू आउट द ईयर. ठीक है, तो दिस इज, इसमें करेक्ट पूछ रहा है. सो दिस इज करेक्ट. डोमिनेंस ऑफ कन्वेक्शनल इंस्टेबिलिटी. कन्वेक्शनल इंस्टेबिलिटी, कैन आई से, ये भी सही होगा. इट शुड ऑल्सो बी ट्रू. There is convectional instability. Weathering phenomena is less dominant on account of faster biogeochemical cycles. This is wrong. We'll see that the equatorial climate is an area where weathering is very dominant phenomena. Weathering, in fact, chemical weathering is so much dominant phenomena. It is more important than erosion. ठीक है. So third one is wrong. The answer will be B. ठीक है. So इस पे आते हैं 17 पर. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. मोर साइक्लोन्स फॉर्म इन बे ऑफ बंगाल दैन इन द अरेबियन सी. ठीक है. सो द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू. सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट, 20% ऑफ टोटल साइक्लोन्स generated in the Indian Ocean strike east coast of India. ये क्या होना चाहिए? The second statement is wrong. यहाँ पर the second statement is wrong. In fact, if you talk about this number is greater. ठीक है. So here it is more percentage of cyclones are which are generated in Indian Ocean, they are striking the east coast. So this number is actually much greater than it is shown here. It is much more greater than 20%. So इसमें first one is the correct answer. So इसका आंसर हो जाएगा 17 का A. क्वेश्चन नंबर 18 पर आते हैं. अब देखो, क्वेश्चन नंबर 18 was like very, इसका आंसर वेरी फ्यू पीपल वुड बी एबल टू मार्क इट करेक्टली. ठीक है, वेरी फ्यू पीपल वुड बी एबल टू मार्क इट करेक्टली. द ओनली थिंग इज दोज पीपल वुड बी एबल टू मार्क इट करेक्टली हु हैव स्टडीड द मैप. एटलस जिन्होंने अच्छे से पढ़ी होगी, ऑल दोज पीपल वुड बी एबल टू आंसर दिस करेक्टली. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट, 21 डिग्री सेल्सियस, इट इज आस्किंग नॉट करेक्ट, इसमें हमें बताना है. सो 21 डिग्री सेल्सियस आइसोथर्म फॉर द मंथ ऑफ जनवरी रन्स ईस्ट वेस्ट थ्रू द सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया. दिस स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट. दिस इज करेक्ट. सो वी नो दैट 21 डिग्री सेल्सियस इज जस्ट पासिंग नियर योर ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर, जहां से पास करता है. एग्जैक्टली दैट इज द प्लेस फ्रॉम वेयर 21 डिग्री सेल्सियस आइसोथर्म इज ऑल्सो पासिंग थ्रू. ठीक है, तो ये बेसिकली वी रीड दिस, सो ये पता होता है फर्स्ट थिंग. सेकेंड, इन विंटर द नॉर्थ वेस्ट इंडिया एक्सपीरियंसेस लेस दैन 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस मंथली मीन टेम्परेचर. Okay, so if I just am regularly have a habit of looking in the atlas, can you see that it is saying less than 5 degrees Celsius temperature. कैन यू सी यहां पर देर इज हार्डली एनी एरिया वेयर इट इज मेंशन लेस देन 5. हियर इट इज मेंशन अंडर 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस टेम्परेचर. ठीक है. नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न इंडिया, कैन यू सी दिस पार्ट particularly the northwestern plains areas, can you see that here essentially what we are finding that the temperature is much over 5 degrees Celsius. Can you see it is around in this range 12.5 से 15, यानी कि it is between 15 to 10 degree Celsius के बीच में यहाँ पर in this northwest India. Can you see that? So that is one thing. So अगर मैंने atlas regularly, I have developed a habit of looking into the thematic maps of the atlas, I would be able to answer all such type of questions. ठीक है. अभी हम इसको छोड़ते हैं. Suppose if I don't know this. Now let us take the case of Amritsar is colder than Chandigarh in January. This statement. If I just know, you see here, if I just know the location of can you see here is Chandigarh, here is Amritsar. So Amritsar is essentially located on higher latitude. Chandigarh is located on lower latitude. ठीक है. So one factor. Also winds coming from west, they would lower the temperature in Amritsar more than Chandigarh. So अगर मुझे ये पता है तो I know that Amritsar is colder than Chandigarh in January. This statement is also correct. I know. In January Jodhpur is colder than Udaipur. अब इसको देखते हैं. Jodhpur and Udaipur. Can you see again the difference in the latitude? Can you see that? So if I just know the location of Jodhpur and Udaipur, I would be able to decipher that this statement is also correct. And if you look into the numbers, you will find that actually Jodhpur is colder than Udaipur in January. ठीक है. So the only option which is left here for me is B. And if I have seen, अगर मैंने वो एटलस का वो मैप नहीं भी देखा है, just on the basis of the location I would be able to make it correct this answer. So here इसका आंसर क्या होगा? B होगा, not A, it should be B. ठीक है, because it is asking the incorrect one. Then atmosphere receives highest amount of methane, a variable gas from which of the following sources? Which of the following sources? 19 का आंसर क्या होगा? Answer is 19th answer is B. It is B. ठीक है. So अगर sources मैं इसको डाल दूंगा जो मटेरियल देंगे उसमें, there is a pie chart which is there. So oil and gas extraction accounts for how much? Almost it is accounting for 20% of the total methane emissions. While if you talk about the cultivation, rice cultivation accounts for around 10% of the total methane emission. So answer for 19th one is B. ठीक है. So that is there. Then question number 20 का क्या होगा? ट्वेंटी में इट इज सेइंग इट इज बिगेस्ट कंट्री एंड हैज 9 टाइम जोन्स. ये गलत है. देर आर मोर. इन इट इज कैरेक्टराइज बाय कॉन्टिनेंटल टाइप ऑफ क्लाइमेट. अब ये मुझे थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है. दिस आई विल लीव एट एज क्वेश्चन मार्क. आई डोंट नो एग्जैक्टली अबाउट दिस. द प्लेस वर्खोयांस्क रजिस्टर्स हाइएस्ट एनुअल रेंज ऑफ टेम्परेचर. ये क्लास में हमने किया है. We have talked about this. So this is correct. There are no ice-free ports available during extreme winters. We have studied this is wrong. ठीक है? It is essentially wrong. We have seen that because of the Norwegian current, there are ice-free ports which are present in Russia. ठीक है? याद है हमने एक पोर्ट की बात की थी. What was the name of that port? It was Murmansk. In the North Sea region, Murmansk. So again, fourth one is wrong. अब I have confusion whether it is 2 and 3 or only 3. But अगर मैं option देखूंगा तो there is no option as 2 and 3. So my work is reduced. Or answer here would be B. ठीक है. So देखो, prelims is very much we see many times we see that students who are very much knowledgeable, they have lots of knowledge, still they fail to qualify. While many of them who have even studied less, they qualify. So इसके पीछे the basic reason is that the ones who have studied less, one, they have revised it many times. They are very solid in what they know. First thing, they are less confused. While the one who have studied lots of material, they are more confused because their revision was less. Second very important factor is the one who had studied less, probably he was better in the process of reverse engineering, the process of elimination. ठीक है. So many times in many questions, at least UPSC के पेपर में, there are 5 to 6 questions, even more, where if you just know one answer, you would be able to get to the correct. ठीक है. 21 पर आते हैं. So consider the following statements about North America. The amount of rainfall decreases from south to north and east to west. तो ये बिल्कुल ठीक है. This is very correct here. We know if you go from Gulf of Mexico towards Canada, it would decrease. If you are going from Atlantic coast towards the Rockies, it would again be decreasing. Temperature in general decreases from south to north. It is again correct. ये भी सही है. नॉर्थ वेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ यूएस रिसीव्स हैवी रेनफॉल अंडर द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ वेस्टर्लीज एंड ओरोग्राफिक बैरियर. ये भी हमने देखा है. इफ यू रिमेंबर दैट इफ यू टॉक अबाउट हियर दिस एरिया, डू यू रिमेंबर दिस? वी टॉक्ड अबाउट हाउ एन एरिया इन द वेस्टर्ली विंड बेल्ट receives quite good amount of precipitation, because here orographic precipitation is taking place. Windward slopes of the Rockies mountain, that is the western slopes of Rockies, and onshore westerlies result into this phenomena. So here this Washington state of US and the British Columbia province of Canada, these are the areas, and parts of Alaska, they are receiving very good precipitation. In fact, यहाँ पर ये Alaskan current has a positive impact on precipitation. ठीक है. So again this statement is true. तीसरा भी true है. The interiors of North America are characterized by grassland called steppes. If I just don't pay attention, देखो, very many times what happens, questions are framed in such a manner that you might have seen those things. If I keep on asking questions like, you'll say yes, again मैंने next question पूछा, you'll say yes, third question पूछा, you'll say yes, fourth question पूछा, you'll say again yes, fifth question the answer may be no, but because you are repeating, and in that tendency what can happen, you might say again yes. होता है, you might have seen that. So same thing under the exam pressure conditions can happen, and you have to be very careful with this. These are referred to as the silly mistakes, जिसे हम silly mistakes बोलते हैं. ठीक है. So if you don't read the question properly, there is very high chance you will make mistake. Steppe दिमाग में आएगा, okay, temperate grasslands, and maybe I will mark it correct, but it is not steppes, we know it is the prairies, the grasslands which are referred to as the prairies grassland. So again the fourth one will become wrong. So यहाँ पे correct is being asked, so it would become C. ठीक है. Question number 22. Consider the following statements. Identify the right ones. Again, you have to identify the correct ones. Westerlies bring heavy rainfall to the Pacific coast throughout the year. Yes, they are bringing heavy rainfall to the Pacific coast throughout the year. The first statement is true. The northeast trade winds bring heavy rainfall to the highlands of the East Central America. It is also true, and the answer thus would be C. ये दोनों ठीक है. इसमें बहुत easy था. This is a UPSC question. क्या होगा इसका आंसर? Question number 23. Clouds absorb the radiation released from the Earth's surface. Okay, they are absorbing some, but they are also radiating back. So clouds reflect back the Earth's radiation. Earth's surface would have low temperature on cloudy nights. Again, not correct. Clouds reflect the blowing winds to the ground level. Again, here the correct answer is essentially B. इसमें कुछ explain करने वाला ज़्यादा है नहीं. Okay. क्वेश्चन नंबर 24 पर आते हैं. द एनुअल रेंज, इसका क्या आंसर होगा 24 का? Okay, I am happy to see that most of you have done it correct. Annual range of temperature in the interior of continent is high as compared to the coastal areas. What is the reason or reasons behind that? Thermal difference between land and water. This one is correct. We have seen how water behaves as a moderator, while if you talk about land, it always registers extremes of temperature. Variation in altitude between continent and oceans. Sometimes I'll come to that. Astha, wait for that. So variations in altitude between continents and oceans. This is wrong because with increasing altitude, the range of temperature actually declines. ठीक है. So do you remember मैंने एक होमवर्क दिया था तुम लोगों को क्लास में? To read the range of temperature from the booklet of climatology. Do you remember? Yes or no? And in that, number of factors were mentioned. If you look into the second factor itself is the factor of altitude which is mentioned, and it very clearly explains that why there is, as you go higher up, the range of temperature actually declines with altitude. So it says that in summers what happens, when you are higher up, the temperature is sparse. Atmosphere is sparse. There can be more cloudiness, etc., due to which during the summer temperatures would not become high. But these factors, that is cloudiness, sparseness of air, will not have too much effect during the winters. That means they would not affect in the cooling, but they would do less heating. ठीक है. That is the reason with altitude what will happen, there would be lesser range of temperature. So second one is wrong. presence of strong winds in the interior, again no sense. Heavy rains in the, ये द होगा, ते नहीं है, typing mistake, in the interior as compared to the coast, again it is totally wrong. The statement itself is wrong. So how it can be the reason? So here the answer would be essentially A. In South Atlantic and Southeastern Pacific regions, in tropical latitude, cyclone does not originate. What is the reason? देखो, here this is wrong. I know, we know very well. Absence of land in those regions, again this is wrong, we know very well. The confusion is between these two, A and B. I would say both are correct. A is also correct, B is also correct. ठीक है. यूपीएससी का ये क्वेश्चन है 2015 का, एंड यूपीएससी ऑल्सो यू नो गिव्स आंसर्स एंड सम एक्सप्लेनेशंस विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू दैट. यूपीएससी एक्सेप्ट्स ए टू बी करेक्ट, 25A टू बी करेक्ट. ठीक है. सो सी सरफेस टेम्परेचर्स आर लो. ऑल्दो इफ यू आस्क मी, इवन बी कैन बी करेक्ट. The reasoning here is that here the simple reasoning is something like this. It goes, low temperature is the reason for lack of ITCZ, and that is no cyclone formation. ठीक है. This is the equation. If you really ask me, I would actually take this as the reason. But since UPSC इसको मान रहा है तो ठीक है, हम इसको मान लेते हैं. ठीक है. So here, because it is UPSC question, we'll take it as A. Sea surface temperatures are low. ठीक है. So this was your objective questions. इसमें I hope we cleared all of the queries. This was, what was your question, Astha? Let me check 1 minute. Can't Pacific coast be East Pacific coast? Sometimes it is more like you accept the spirit of the question. Yes, there was some confusion. उसको लेकर के there was some confusion, but we just took it. Pacific coast means the American Pacific coast, because जो second statement था, if you look into the second statement is talking about America. ठीक है. So deciphering from the American question, American second statement से decipher करके we can talk about that first statement is also about Americas. I hope you get it. So actually what she is asking here is that westerlies bring heavy rainfall to the Pacific coast throughout the year. ठीक है. So Pacific coast तो पूरा ही हो जाएगा ना. For example, if I am saying that suppose this is North America, here is your Asia, so this entire is the Pacific coast. So westerlies are not necessarily bringing heavy rainfall on this Pacific coast throughout the year, although they are bringing heavy rainfall on this Pacific coast throughout the year. ठीक है. So actually my reasoning is that the second statement, if I read, northeast trade winds bring heavy rainfall to the highlands of East Central America. So this America is for me very important key. That means it is essentially meaning the American Pacific coast. ठीक है. So I hope you get it. and that is why we took both of them as correct.